Hi, my name is Jennifer Nichols, and I am going to show you how to make your own washi tape today. I actually provided you with 2 stamps and 2 tapes. So these are the tapes that I'm using down here, and this is a stamp, and I'm going to show you how to make yours. This is just one way to use it. I did have a blog post about making Pinterest templates, and I talked about doing this, but now you can make your own once you watch this. And you do not need to learn how to make repeat patterns, but it is helpful to get all sorts of fun designs. But I do have a whole blog post on making patterns without knowing how to fully make repeat patterns with moving everything around and things like that. So if that's intimidating to you, just check that post out and you can make quite a lot of patterns. These are all pattern brushes that I made without using the techniques that you need to know to make full-blown repeat patterns. So there's definitely a lot of options out there for you, and we'll be using some of those today as well. So the first thing I want to show you is how to make your own stamp. So these are just templates. They do not have my name attached. So you can make your own and change all this information once you're done, and it will be yours. So make sure you get a photo added there so it locks in your name and signature. So to make your own with a design on it, we're going to use this stamp as our initial stamp. So I'm actually going to go to black and fill this layer, add a layer above it, go to white, and make a stamp. So I need it pretty big. I don't want it going off the edges, but make it quite big. This is a 10-inch canvas. And you can turn on snapping. I press the arrow to select it and go to snapping, turn snapping on, and try to get it right into the middle with the gold lines, but it's not super important. All right, so that's kind of your template. You can do that one of each with the 2 stamps that I provided. You could edit the edges of these by just erasing and changing it up to your liking. Add a layer to make a clipping mask above that. So I have a fresh layer. I'm going to tap it and tap clipping mask. So now I have a layer added to this. And then I'm just going to go to a pencil-y brush, and you just need to do grays, shades of gray. So anything that's white is going to show up whatever color you have selected to stamp your tape. The white is going to be full opacity of that color. Any shades of gray are going to be more transparent. So light gray, a darker gray, and I'll show you black too, because you can do black on here. Anything that's black, I'm going to make it thinner actually. Anything that's black is going to be completely see-through. So it's not really ideal for tape, but just to show you an example of that, I'll do this. 3-finger swipe down and copy all. I'm going to go ahead and group all of those. We'll come back to that later and turn it off and add a fresh layer to experiment on. I'm going to go back up to the washi tape and duplicate either one of these. Duplicate, go into that and go to shape, edit, import, paste. And there's your shape. You want a black background for this. Tap done, 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 and then let's test it out. So you can see that thinner line is the black line that I was using, and the white is the white background showing through because it's transparent. The other, what looks like shades of blue, are actually just different levels of transparency of this blue that we have selected. But that's fun, super fun, and now you have your own stamp design. You can go in and name it, whatever you want to name it. I hate naming brushes. All right, that's it for the stamps, although where your pattern brushes are going to come in handy, I'm going to go ahead and clear that scribbly layer and go to a pattern brush. So let's see the rainbows here. I'm going to pick a light gray, kind of a medium gray, straight across, and decide on a size. This is going to be what your stamp looks like, what your whole entire stamp, washi tape stamp looks like, so you can play around with size. And because it's a clippy mask, if you go over and up here and down here, you can select it and move it around. Oops, let's turn snapping off. So if you want to make it just so those rainbows fit in just perfectly, something like that, you can do that because it's a clipping mask. 3-finger swipe down, copy all, go back up here, duplicate another one. Always keep your originals. If you don't end up keeping an original, just duplicate one of the ones that you have. Go in, go to shape, edit, import, paste, done, 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 done. I'll go out of there, onto the new layer, pick a fun color, and stamp. So that is the mid-tone gray, just straight across on that color disc. All right, now let's look at how to add patterns to the actual tape. So the tape is made for going horizontal. It won't go other directions very easily, but you can go like this, select it, rotate it, and put it where you want it. This is where you need a repeat pattern. Okay, I found a repeat pattern that I've been wanting to make a washi tape with. So I am going to 3-finger swipe down and copy all. And you can see I have white and black and gray, so that should work pretty well. Go back up to the canvas I've been working on. Come in and duplicate either of the 2 blank brushes. Tap on it, go to grain, edit, import, paste. Remembering I want a white background so that's where all of my color is going to show up. Tap once to get rid of that. Tap done, and then I'm looking at the scale. It's kind of big for the tape, so I'm going to reduce the scale here. Looks good. Maybe a little smaller so I can see more P's. You could always tap on this number and type it there. I have zoom set all the way down on these brushes so that when you have a bigger brush size, the pattern will also get bigger, and when you have a smaller brush size, the pattern will get smaller. Tap done, and let's test it out. I'm on a green. I have some color dynamics set, so you can kind of see it go a little bit to different color. I like it. So if you want to turn off the color dynamics I have set here, just go to color dynamics, come down here to pressure, and turn this off. That's the only one I have set. And if I want to, I can come down here, I can come down here to brightness and contrast, and I can change different things here to get a different look. So for example, if I go brightness down, that white background is no longer white, and watch what happens. It is more transparent. So I don't have that solid green as my background. I have a more transparent version of it, which means anything I use my tape on, I'll be able to see it under there. So it's totally up to you how you want to set each of these brushes. I like to have a lot of the white and then having a variety of other shades of gray to get the different design with different transparency. All right, now these brushes, let me show you how to make it curvy. This one does not curve. So I'm not advocating for this because I think you can take one of these brushes just fine, go like this, and then select it and rotate it and put it where you want it on your page, instead of being able to just swipe a stroke like this, which obviously this brush doesn't do. But here's how you do it if you want to have a tape that follows your pencil. So I'm going to duplicate this and go into that. And in the shape, I need it to follow my brush. So rotation, you bump all the way up till it says follow stroke. So now that looks great, right? That looks here like it's supposed to work. but this is a weird, I think, a glitch. Tap done. This has been this way for years though. Looks great here, but watch. It's not working. It goes, no, it doesn't go either way. Totally not what you think it's going to be. Go back into it. If you go to properties, orient to screen, turn it off. Okay, that looks great. This all looks great. Still looks the same as the last time where we thought it was going to look like this, but it's still a bit broken and I don't know how to fix this part. So this pattern is upright in our little display here, but it's about to not be upright. It even looks right here. And now it's sideways. So yes, I can make my stroke at an angle instead of make a straight one and then rotate it. But now my pattern is sideways. So now I'm going to go in, edit my pattern, and what you need to do is rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Tap done. Tap done. This looks wrong. It's now upright. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. But if you really want to have tape that you can, do this with, or make your angled tape exactly where you want it without having to move it, that's how you do it. The other reason I don't recommend this is it's just swiping across the pattern willy-nilly, whereas with this one where we went straight across, you've got the perfect pattern aligned with your tape, which is how tape will look, right? Washi tape has that pattern all the way through there. Whereas this, any of these, that pattern is all at a weird angle compared to the tape. The pattern is straight up and down, but the tape being at an angle means it's cutting across the pattern at an angle. Anyways, now you know what to do if you want it. I'm deleting that. I don't want that. So it was shape, follow stroke, all the way up here, properties, turn off, orient to screen, grain, rotate that 90 degrees clockwise. Those are the 3 changes to make it do zigzaggy or whatever, SE. And remember, if you are going to learn how to make even simple patterns that you can make without making true repeat patterns that you have to move around a lot, you can go ahead and make a whole bunch of pattern brushes as well, which is what the blog post is about. So I will link to that blog post, and definitely check out my other pattern lessons here on YouTube. I'll link the list of brush making and pattern making playlists down below as well. And if you want to learn about all sorts of other things about Procreate, I have a membership, and it's all focused on Procreate and just having fun with it, not earning money and things like that. And we have a really good time. I have Zoom calls every month. We have a private community that is not on Facebook, and I hope you join us. All of that's linked below as well. Bye.